Christmas in Pushmataha County, Oklahoma, 1958 through 1963. Pie supper at Sugarloaf School. According to Wikipedia, the pie supper, along with cakewalks and box suppers, have been around since the late 19th and early 20th century. They were used to raise money for the one-room schools, mostly in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas. The women and girls would provide homemade pies to be auctioned, sometimes in boxes decorated with ruffles or bows. The pie suppers had strong courtship elements to them, as men and boys tried to win the pies baked by the girls they favored. The identity of the girls who made the individual pies being auctioned off was supposed to be a big secret, but it was always the worst kept secret of the year, especially if the maker of the pie was one of the young schoolgirls. I think the first pie supper I went to was about 1958 at the Sugarloaf School to raise money for the Christmas program. I remember it was a successful night for me, as I was able to buy and share pie with my first girlfriend, Alice Hise, as I was the high bidder on the pie she had baked. Christmas plays were always quite popular, and I think every school in Pushmataha County probably put one on every year. I don't remember much about them, just that I was in one every year. Most of the kids were real nervous about performing, but even back then I took to the stage like a duck to water. I also remember that in 1965, me and my buddy Ralph Spears wrote as well as performed in the Speech Club's play at the Antlers High School. I remember our play was about hillbillies, and we had musical instruments and even my double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun in it. This was long before the politically correct nutcases had a stranglehold around America's throat. Christmas drawings in Antlers, Oklahoma. I don't know how long they have had the cash drawings or gave away Christmas treat bags for Pushmataha County, or if they still do, so I will just write about what I remember. It was always on Saturday, and I believe it was sponsored by the local merchants. I think the drawing started about a month before Christmas. The participating Antlers merchants would give their customers tickets according to how much you spent at their store. I think for every $10 you spent at their store, you would get a certain number of tickets. These tickets were then placed in a container where the winner was drawn and would win a cash prize. On the last Saturday before Christmas, they would have the cash drawing and then give away the biggest cash prize of the Christmas season, plus the Christmas treat bags containing apples, oranges, nuts, and candies. I remember going to one of those Christmas drawings in the 60s, and there was a huge crowd. A semi-truck with a long flatbed trailer was parked in the middle of the street just north of the police station, and it was full of Christmas treat bags. There was about a half a dozen men standing on the trailer who were passing out the treat bags to heads of households as they approached the trailer and told them how many members were in their family. I'm quite sure these treat bags were the highlight of many of Pushmataha County families' Christmas. This was really a nice thing to do by all concerned, and hopefully it still continues today.